Hello friends, this is Professor Kishore Mane from DY Patil College of Engineering and Technology Kolhapur. So today I just give the presentation on how to apply the environment and sustainability for the software which is designed by using the object oriented programming. So in the week 1 I have just make the video related to the basics of the inheritance concept which is used for the software uh, optimization as well as reusing the code by using the object oriented programming. Again, in the week 2 I have just give the brief about the calculation of the energy which can be saved with the help of code optimization technique, again related to the object oriented programming.
The outcome of this video is to understand the impact of software optimization on the environment. Then second, that is to design and implement the software using OOP and the software optimization. And third, design the final software code which can be sustainable. So these are the different outcomes of the video. So these are the some standards which can be set for quality of the software code. So if you want to measure the quality of the software code, then we have to follow this particular standard. So first one is used to automate source code quality measure, okay, and second one is used to assess the system and software quality requirements and evaluation. So these are the two standards related to the software engineering. So each and every software must assure these standards so that we can get the optimized code which is very useful for the environment. So why it is used? Because with the help of optimized code, it requires the less energy, it gives the maximum performance, so it just use the less computing power. So these are the different benefits through which we can reduce the CO2 emission. Again, these are the some more optimized international standards which are related to the ICT, that is related to the software industry. Then here, this is the one example, that is whenever we take the one laptop, then what is the carbon footprint of that laptop? So the carbon footprint starts from the manufacturing, then tra- transport to the customer, that is because a customer can buy that particular laptop from the industry, again use that laptop. So while using this laptop, it just carry the different CO2 emission. So again it goes to transport to the recycling, and again from the old laptop we can recycle the particular laptop parts up to 75%. So these are the particular example which is given by the Dell for carbon footprint related to the single laptop. So if one particular company having the millions of the laptops or desktops, so how much CO2, how much carbon, how much waste, how much recycling that can be carried out, we can illustrate with the help of this example. Again, this is the example of the TV, desktop, laptop, tablet and smartphone. So it just show that is how much carbon or how much energy consumption that can be took place by the particular resources. Again, these are some standard calculators to calculate the carbon emission. So we can browse these particular websites and we can calculate the carbon emission that can be done by individual, or that can be done by the company, that can be done by the while traveling to the other distance, and so on. So through which we can calculate that, and we can try to reduce the carbon footprint, carbon emission, so that we can make our environment green. Again, this is one paper where they can give the solutions to the sustainable software development mechanism. So the very nice representation that can be done inside this particular paper regarding the how to develop the software life cycle, so that it must be accomplish the green computing and sustainability in our software development. Thank you.